Collective. It is your girl Aquame, and I am here today to do a check-in for the collective. Take it as it resonates. Leave the rest for whoever else may need it. Okay. If you hear any background noises, it's Saturday. My kids are home playing. My neighbors are downstairs playing music, but we're gonna get a message in for you. All right. So let's tap in. Let's get this going. And please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Any details you need about me, look in the description box. It'll be right there. All right, but let's get going. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, thank you for being here with us today. All right, our higher selves in alignment with the universe. All right, and God is always and forever with us. So, we're going to get a quick affirmation card to start off the reading for the collective. All right, let me get one card here. Set the tone for this reading. All right. At the bottom, you have inner strength that did show up. All right. And it's like an iceberg. So you have depth within you, my collective, right? There's a whole lot to you. It's not just one facet of you. But the card that did fly out was the phoenix feather. And the phoenix keeps rising. The phoenix keeps evolving, right? That many faces of you, cycles, ending, new ones starting, you discovering new things about life, and now you have a new perspective. So this is also like a phoenix rising energy, right? When you start to understand your life path differently, you'll start to look at the world around you in a more understanding way. Okay, you start to elevate. So it says, I am reborn through the fire. No matter my history or circumstances, I rise above. I soar with strength and determination. When faced with adversity, I overcome. I am the beauty rising from the ashes. Okay, so the energy here is of the phoenix feather because the phoenix is rising continuously. Okay, so I feel like there's always new feathers to grow here, right? There's always new wings to spread. Something about all is not done, right? A cycle may have ended in your life, right? And now you're like, well, where do I go? How do I start? How do I move forward? What's my next step? What's my next move? I feel like with the phoenix feather, it's almost giving me like in olden days when they wrote with the quills, the pens, right? It was a feather with the ink, and they write with it. So it's like you're able to rewrite your story. You're able to start a new chapter. Okay, this is the go ahead. This is the yes that you can. Yes, I can type energy. Okay, so this phoenix feather, I'm gonna leave it right over here. This beautiful energy. That's what's going to carry us through with this message. All right. So I'm going to use this one. Let's see what we got going on for the collective at this time. What is the messages that we need? What are we working on with this phoenix feather energy, this phoenix rising? Okay, something about your rising sign. Pay attention to your birth chart. If you know what your rising sign is, hello. Thank you for being with me. All right. But if you know what your rising sign is, you need to pay attention to that, study that energy, see how it emanates from in your life so that you can harness that energy and utilize that energy for the best of your good, right? To push you forward. So this energy also of the solar plexus chakra, all right, rising from the ashes is the root chakra. This energy of the phoenix feather. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Ooh, deceit. First card that came out, number 25. Okay, you have deceit. Okay, this card does talk about what it says: deceit, lies, fraud. Somebody hiding their hand, somebody not being truthful, somebody not being, full, like they're not being giving all the answers, all the details to something. Okay, some type of missing information here. Deceit. You may not have seen something correctly. You may have miscalculated something, right? Something may have deceived you because it looked better than what you thought it would be, right? This deceit here is going to come to light though with this phoenix feather. This energy is in the past, and it's telling you that if you have been deceived, if you realize something was going on that was draining your energy, that was trying to stop you, that was an obstacle, a blockage, or some type of just negative influence in your life, whether it came from yourself or from another person. This is in the past. This is getting past that. This is still winning even though. Like I'm getting that energy of deceit, like winning even though. So it's like maybe doing something extra to ensure that you have something or somebody else here. But I do feel like this energy is somebody else that you caught in the act of something or you started to pay attention to more. Okay? You have the door to personal healing and happiness, which is next, number 34. You're stepping into some type of new era here, all right? You're no longer looking through like the rose-colored glasses. You're no longer giving people benefit of the doubt type of, things like that. The man holding a heart. So there's some type of better over here. I'm seeing something as more than with this man holding a heart. All right, this is like more of something. We're going to get some more in here though. But somebody here, it's like, I don't know what's going on, but there definitely is an energy of like somebody in their happy space, somebody doing what it is they love. They're receiving, all types of love. But this deceit energy is like somebody who's watching, somebody who is feeling like, like how come they get the blessings? How come they get the love? How come they get the recognition? Okay. So be wary of those, or be mindful of those people, right, around you who don't celebrate your wins. All right, who are like asking you, well, why are you doing it like that? You used to do all of this before, why you don't do it now? Right? That's what I see here with this deceit. It's like somebody doesn't believe that you're ready to move on. Somebody doesn't believe that you're elevating. Somebody doesn't believe in your spiritual evolution. All right, they don't really believe. All right, somebody is in disbelief. I don't know what it is, but yeah, journey at the bottom is moving forward, moving on, and moving out. I hear over and out, like on the radio, over and out. I'm also hearing, I can show you, I can show you better than I can tell you, right? So you may have told somebody after time, like, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this type of person, I'm going to get this place in life, or, it's like really putting your mind to something, but maybe they didn't see that for you, but now you're doing it. Now you're in that space of being and doing what you love, right? A very loving type of energy. But again, this energy of the sea is like somebody didn't see this for you. They could never see this for you, but you, Phoenix Rising, got yourself up out of the ashes. You got yourself up out of the, low vibing energy. You got yourself up out of situations that could have caused you to lose more, right? But you saw a way out and you started to win more. So yeah, I like it, but somebody else don't like it, and what can we do? Or what can we do about the people who don't like our growth? Okay, I'm seeing a tree growing in somebody's yard and them being mad that the tree is in their yard now. When that tree provides, and with the growth of that tree, it provides life. It provides air, right? It provides shade. It provides fruit if it's a fruit tree. It provides nutrients to the surrounding area. But you're mad because the tree is there. You know what I mean? So it's like something like something is elevating and growing and doing what it's supposed to do, and it can actually benefit. It can be a benefit more than a hindrance, but somebody doesn't see it like that. Somebody sees it as like in disbelief. I don't know. They don't want you to grow. And why does energy have to come out? Spirit. Like, those people, they're here doing their job. That's what they said. The people that's here in this deceitful energy and this, I want to hold you back energy, this negative mindset energy, they are literally doing their job. That's what Spirit said. So your job is to combat that, compete, or transmute that energy of what they have and put a positive spin on it. Make sure that you're doing your work that you need to do, so you're not in what they're in. Right? You're not still on the same level as they are, or the same level that you were yesterday, because it's about elevating. It's about rising. So you have flexible, okay, with the deceit energy. Somebody does not believe that you could do this. I'm telling you, this is almost something that may seem impossible. That's how they feel about it, right? They're like, how the heck are they doing that? Oh my God, I can't do that. So how can they do that? I feel like this person also bends the truth, I'm hearing. So somebody could be bending the truth here. Somebody is delusional. This flexible energy is like, I don't really like that energy because it's not very settled. It's not very stable with this deceit. It's like somebody who could smile in your face, and right as soon as you turn your back, they're, talking about you. They're doing something after you just told them your plans. They're doing something to throw a wrench into your plans. Right? I feel like this is also an energy of somebody trying to keep up with you, my collective, in some way. You need to know about this person, obviously. You ain't crazy, I just heard. There could be somebody sabotaging your work. It could be somebody sabotaging your name. Okay, what is this door to personal healing and happiness? It's the never-ending story. Okay, so you always have to stay in the high vibration. All right, because you can get pulled back in very easily. I'm hearing to something. This could be an old lifestyle, an old way of, whatever. But I feel like you can get pulled into something very easily. So you really have to be above the fray. You have to be above right now, right? You have to know and be very aware that there are forces outside of your control that are here to ensure that you do your spiritual work. Okay, that might sound crazy. So there are people who want to sit here and lie on your name, and you may have to defend your name, right? You may have to say, well, no, this is where I stand on something, or, this is how I truly feel, not this, right? This is what I actually did. Somebody may need to clear their name here, but it's like not being in a revengeful state, but being in this energy of like, oh no, I'm way above that. Okay. Let's see. Let me get one more card here. What is this energy for the collective? Thank you, everybody in the chat. I appreciate you. Look, there's a change in the wind. Number 12. That zebra is here with a whole lot of things moving around it. There's a change in direction here. I feel like you're ahead of the game here on something. I feel like before something can mess up your flow, mess up what you got going on, I feel like you have either like, it's like it can't really reach you. That's what it really is. And I feel like that's why this energy here is like somebody's kind of uptight in some sort of way, that in disbelief. It's like, my plan is not working. Oh my God. Why isn't that working? It's not doing it. It's like somebody here is in a very unpredictable energy too. With the deceit and flexible, somebody's trying to stay on their toes, or you're keeping somebody on their toes. You're 10 steps ahead of the game in some sort of way, and you're getting rewarded, right? You're changing direction. You're following your intuition. You're following your heart here. You're going to what feels right versus what feels wrong, okay? Look, between worlds, that dark and light energy, that back and forth or something, right? You can get easily pulled back into this darker side, but you're heading into this light, into this more loving side, into this healed side, into this more confident side, into this more just the other side of all the things that it's like where you used to be. And people where you used to be may not even believe that you could have actually got to where you're at now, where you're going. All right. All right. Collective. What's going on with this energy? What is happening? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate you for being here with me. All right. We are here today for the collective, seeing what's going on in the energy, what you need to be aware of. So please clarify this deceit with flexibility. Somebody can't see what you're doing. Somebody doesn't understand what you're doing. Somebody's trying to maybe confuse you in what you feel, right? You might say, I want to do this, and somebody says, no, 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 you should do it this way. You really got to not listen to other people. The opinions of others right now at this time, it's neither here nor there. It's really about what you want. The Eight of Swords is asking you to really ignore outside distractions and energy and put focus into what you want, right? She's tying herself down. This is actually a form of discipline with this Eight of Swords. Ignoring all the advice, all the chatter, all the other things that are around you, right? Putting yourself into this like blind state and saying, okay, I can hear myself here, and this is what I want to do. But I feel like there's a lot of opinions, there's a lot of eyes, there's a lot of like, in a way, distractions of some sort, right? Things trying to make you pivot. You know that you have a certain path that you're supposed to walk, but some days you may not feel like you're doing the right thing. You don't know if this is correct, if that's that, with that Eight of Swords, but I feel like obviously it is, right? The bounce back, the pushback, Seven of Wands. This Eight of Swords and Seven of Wands is like you are completely blocking somebody out of your mind. Somebody cannot see what it is you're doing. And I feel like they're really trying to get into your energy. Okay? They may be doing it from a distance, trying to get into your energy, call you maybe, and they can't, or something like that. They're trying to, you know, if they knew your old routine, then they're trying to see if you still follow it in some sort of way. The Hangman. I don't like all of this because why are you being so nosy? Why are you trying to get in my energy? Why are you trying to see what I've got going on? There's a reason why you are blocked. There's a reason why your vision is unclear about my life. Because it's my life. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Plain and simple. That's for all of us now, okay? So you got the Hangman, Pisces energy. Pisces energy is very delusional. Well, it can be. That's, they live in the in between. They live in that upside down, right side up type of energy. All at the same time. They can flow right between, what's real and what's not. But with this Hangman energy, I feel like you got to stay in your ground and leave somebody hanging where they are. Do not allow. They may reach out. They may say something. They may do something, right? Intrusive thoughts I'm hearing. You may be getting an impulsive feeling to reach out to somebody. But it's like, look, stay quiet, the High Priestess. With the Hangman. Somebody's, there's quietness here. Somebody's trying to knock on the door. Somebody's trying to see their way in. Somebody could be peeping, watching on the outskirts, trying to get their way in, but they cannot. I feel like something is almost unreadable, right? This could be a reader in your energy. I don't know. Somebody's reading your cards, asking questions about you, but they can't really understand what's going on because it's like they don't really know. So like, it's like reading blind energy almost. All right. You have the Eight of Wands, the communication again. You have two eights to start too. The door to personal healing and happiness is here, clarifying with the never ending story is the Eight of Wands. That's fast communication. That's coming in. I feel like you're gone or you're out of touch here. You're in another direction communicating with something else, but something, again, is trying to get to you. But it's like a vibrational thing. This Eight of Wands is giving me like you following the vibration. You feel the rumbling underground and you're following to feel where it gets louder. All right. This could also be seeking out of some sort of problem from like a backwards perspective. Right. So it's like every day I see that, I don't know, I use this cup and it leaves this ring around it. Right. So it's like tracing your steps. I don't know. I said that, but that doesn't make sense. But it's like something about tracing your steps backwards. Okay. To figure out some sort of problem. I do see that here as well. Like you'll get to the bottom of it. So you got to step back, right? Maybe like, how they say, go back to your childhood. Maybe don't have to go back that far, but it's something about retracing your steps to find the answer. Because if you're following some sort of pattern, right, and you just keep following that pattern and you make a mistake along the way and don't realize, it'll start to change the pattern of something. So again, somebody is trying to look at somebody's habits, their patterns, to study them, and they can't figure it out. You have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. A lot of conversation. Again, the world is here. The ending of communication. I feel like you're landing though. What you want to communicate with, what you want to involve yourself with, is where you're directing your time and attention to, and that's where you're going to get the results you want. This Knight of Swords, I feel like somebody here is with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who thinks that they can, have a certain type of conversation, or they have a certain level of access, when they get there they realize they don't. It's like something is not like the knight doesn't match the queen. So the communication, the effect isn't bounced back, right? Something may go over somebody's head. It's like somebody just can't figure it out. There's something here that somebody can't figure it out. And in some respects, I don't feel like it's meant to be figured out in a conventional way. This is something that is unpredictable here, right? And maybe there is a new way that's needed. The pattern is changing now. The phoenix is rising, right? The phoenix rises when something dies out, so there's no more of it, but there's something new ahead, all right? And when the phoenix goes through the cycle before it dies out again, it lives a certain life. It lives the life that it's, reborn into. So you have the page of cups. Here goes that baby being reborn, being, creative, the creative mind, the creative aspect of us, right? Being a child in the world, learning something again. I feel like somebody's creativity was definitely put to the side because I feel maybe they didn't have anyone to believe in them in some sort of way, right? It's like nobody believed in your vision or something to that effect. But this page of cups is like, again, um, the birth, the rebirth, the newborn baby. We're waiting to see what happens. Maybe there's something about that too, something about a newborn baby and you're trying to learn something, or you have something new in your life and you don't quite understand it. I don't know. Guys, take this as it resonates. You have another baby here. I keep saying the babies, the man holding the heart. This is like something new to, and because it's masculine energy, I feel like it's just a new love for something. You found new love in something and new growth in it, new, right? A new sense of what to do or how to do something, right? How to create, how to expand, how to learn, all right? Somebody could be relearning here and not, and some of us could be relearning and some of us could just be learning something completely brand spanking new. Um, and catching on to it, getting the hang of it, right? We still got our training wheels on just a little bit, ever so much, but we're still progressing. And the sun is at the bottom. Another baby. Something about the baby. The devil. Whoa, the devil and the sun. Don't have too much fun now. No, but what I see here with this devil and the sun, that's crazy. Um, Capricorn energy with Leo is very structured, but this is a structure that everybody can follow. Interesting enough. Um, or also the problem being solved, the problem being recognized here with this devil energy, with the sun. There's a spotlight on this devil. There's a spotlight on the devil. There's a spotlight as to what is draining, right? What is not growing? What is tampering? Some type of tampering energy, tampering with evidence. I just heard. Hopefully nobody's doing that. Some type of information coming out um, in regards to like, I feel like this is something where you're like, I'm not crazy. I knew it. You may find out something after the fact, right? What's this devil? Let me see. Yeah, this the seven of swords is here with the five of wands, excuse me, and the ten of pentacles. But I see that with that devil and the sun, this is like a lot of pressure on something too. This could be a very much like somebody who wants to keep you somewhere. I don't know. They want to hold your mind down. They're kind of like, before they let you go, they'll fight with you, right? The devil here with the sun, it's burning out. Something is getting burnt out though. There's a change in the wind, guys. This part of the reading is interesting because I do see that it's like somebody's sexual proclivities can be exposed, what it is they're willing to pay for, how it is, what type of pleasures they like. Some sort of way is going to be put out on the spotlight. Hopefully it's not children and babies. That's kind of wild. But I do see something here where there's like a hard start to something. right? But you can see exactly what it is. It's not easy at first, but you can see the potential in it. You can see, I'm seeing this devil too as like those ashes, this phoenix energy. This is the ashes, the depths of something that was, at the bottom of the basement, done and over with. But the sun is rising on darkness. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have? Let's pull a few more for the collective because this message is a very interesting one to say the least. I don't even know. No. What's going on, collective? I feel like you also got to speak up. Like, you can't let anything linger here. Like, there's a lot of things that are being kicked up to the surface at this time, things that were being hidden. The doors are being opened on a lot of information that's going to be coming out very soon about people, about, things that you may have invested in, something you're going to realize how false it was. All right. Something is the falseness is being revealed. All right. You have the change energy, number 9. All right. So again, things are changing. The times are changing. Something is coming out though. I'm hearing pack lightly. Don't hold too heavy on anything at this time, right? Pack what you need so that you can move and you don't feel too attached here. But there are changes happening. They're coming. You have the occupation, so it could be to your work, right? Somebody's work schedule, could be changing, right? And that's to avoid something, or you may be getting some sort of new job. Things within your work are going to be changing in some sort of way. You have courtship. That's good energy here. With these changes, it's going to bring you new opportunities. I feel like you're leaving something behind that had no opportunity. It had no potential. It was very stagnant. It was very, hell-bent on just being kind of chaotic, right? Operating out of an energy of chaos. With the high priestess and the hangman together, that can be a little chaotic, that spiritual chaos, right? Where you don't know what's happening. You just kind of sitting in something and things are happening around you. Not sure how, where, when. Very unexpected type of energy, very up and down all over the place, right? And you having to quickly adjust, right? That's not a real sense of living and working and operating. There needs to be structure and form here. And I feel like that's what you're moving into, something with structure and form. You have the mature man in the community. You're being pulled into another community, one that's very much more developed. There goes the stability with the strong man. There's something here with more wisdom, right? There's something here with more opportunity. There's more avenues and lanes. Your skills will be transferable. Okay, you can use them where you're going. I feel like you're going to see something and you don't second guess yourself to apply yourself to it. Sudden wealth. Okay, again, courtship and sudden wealth, very good energy. It's like you're meeting up with the money, you're meeting up with opportunity. Luck is on your side here. All right, that's very beautiful energy. But definitely leaving something behind, a community behind, changing out to something more stable. All right. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like I need another card. Just one more. Which one? No? Yeah, I'm going to pull a color. I'm going to pull one color. It might give me two. Well, let me get a color for the collect. Ooh. Salmon. It's like a red, pinkish, orange color. All right, which is the lowest chakra. So it's expression, fellowship, individuality, and compassion. So expression of individuals, right? But within a group setting and having compassion for others and how they are, who they are, their uniqueness. Okay. I feel like your uniqueness is going to fit in somewhere, right? You're not going to feel like you're in the wrong place. You're not going to feel like you're wasting your time here. You're going to be able to explore, create, express, meet people, be yourself and be accepted for that. And you will see other people who have cool school skills, talents, and whatever abilities that you'll be meeting, and that compassion rolls over, right? Because it's like, wow, this person is loving who they are. They're living in their true essence, And I love that. It's not what I do, but I love that they're comfortable in their own skin. So something about being comfortable in your own skin. Let me get one more color. Ooh, I love it. Ruby, ruby red, courage, faithful, passionate, and commitment. All right. So I feel like you have a new soul tribe. Some of us coming our way, right? You're leaving environments where it was just no good, right? Where people were wanting to hold you back, and this takes courage for you to get there. Okay, it takes courage for you to get up out of there and go into your right path, go into where you're meant to be. So, collective, that's how it goes. We got to go through our shit sometimes. People will always try to distract, block, and sometimes they're not even trying. I'm going to say this. Sometimes we could be in an energy where we want to do something. We're telling somebody about it and they're not ready for it. And then we get a little down because it's like, dang, I wanted them to do it with me. I wanted them to be there with me. But they're not. And that's okay. You have to still push your own self, right? You can't let that be a distraction either for you. All right. That somebody else is not ready. That somebody else is whatever, right? They didn't have all their supplies ready, but you had all yours. So when you put your stuff all together, you had a complete project, you handed it in and you was good. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. Guys, I love you. I will be back for more. I will talk to you later. But for now, deuces. Bye.